Look, I mentioned last week, following her defeat for the top Senate spot in Queensland at the next federal election, that Amanda Stoker is very much the kind of political leader this country needs. Until she appeared on my program last year, no one had ever heard of her. She's 38 years of age. Her dad's a plumber, a drainer and a gas fitter in Western Sydney. Her mother worked in a shop as a retail assistant. She went to Hurlston Agricultural High School. Now, what your mother or father do shouldn't matter, except if you're an articulate woman who speaks her mind with clarity and purpose, and if you gain first-class honours in arts and law from Sydney University, and you've been a judge's associate in the Supreme Court of Queensland and the High Court of Australia, and you're a woman, you must have been born with a silver spoon in your mouth. Well, far from it. I've said many times, Amanda Stoker is a woman of significant moral courage who describes herself as a proud conservative Christian who believes Christian values are under attack. Well, she's in the headlines today because she spoke at a rally in Brisbane yesterday. By the way, no reporting of this. So did Matt Canavan and the Queensland MP George Christensen. Amanda Stoker is the Assistant Minister for Women. What was Amanda Stoker arguing? That late-term abortion should be banned. How on earth is this controversial? I've got no idea. Late-term abortions are broadly defined as those performed after 20 weeks of pregnancy. Amanda Stoker said, and I quote, "If a baby is capable of being born alive and safe, then it shouldn't be aborted." Unquote. How on earth could that be controversial? George Christensen is promoting a private members bill to force doctors to try to save babies who have survived botched terminations. If that's not frightening thought, what is? Botched terminations. Matt Canavan has said he'll pursue a private members bill to deny Medicare funding to abortions sought by parents engaged in gender selecting. I mean, to reasonable people, this stuff is too grotesque to contemplate. As Matt Canavan said, there has to be some rollback of radical changes that have taken place in abortion law. How any person could contemplate abortion right up to birth and sex selection abortion is beyond belief. As Senator Stoker said, quote, "One of the things I offer to my party in Queensland is conviction. People don't always agree with me, but they know where I stand, and they also know I am tolerant of difference and prepared to work with people who think differently," unquote. Senator Stoker made the very sensible point at the rally yesterday that women should be given real choices when facing unexpected pregnancy or, quote, pregnancy as a product of violence, when she said, quote, "Knowing there's a loving community of people who are prepared to help you through that difficulty," unquote, and adopting families who would, quote, "joyfully raise your child if you couldn't." She then nailed it when she argued there was, quote, "some irony that the people who will label you and me anti-woman for caring about the between 10,000 and 14,000 boys and girls who have no one to speak for them in their hour of need are the same people who often, the kids that are aborted, are the same people who often hit the streets for the humane treatment of animals. Why would they also not defend the humane treatment of children?" Unquote. Well, you may disagree with me. Disagreement isn't unhealthy. But my view is we need more Amanda Stokers who are tolerant in their articulation of views, but also capable of stating those views clearly and in language people understand. That is leadership. Standing for something you believe in. Most politicians are too frightened to believe in anything except their own survival. Is Amanda Stoker right? I say she is. What do you think? Email me at Sky News, alan@skynews.com.au, or the text line 0414 000 848.